Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's plan with me video. So I am planning out the month of February and I wanted to give you guys an update on what is going on over here because I know it's been a little, I don't know how to describe it. It's just been a little crazy. My entire world has changed pretty much overnight, and yeah, so I want to just start off by first just saying thank you so much to those of you who have encouraged me, prayed for me and my kids. Just all of your kind words and your support has meant so much to us, and I really appreciate that. I cannot give very many details on what's going on for a couple different reasons. One, I need to protect my children. That is the thing that's first and foremost in my mind. I want to, you know, give them privacy, and yeah, that's one of the main things. The other thing is that there is an investigation that's taking place, and so I just don't want to share anything about stuff for that reason as well. And then just, yeah, kind of respecting our own privacy and stuff because it's a extremely sensitive personal thing that's going on. And so I know curious minds want to know. I've been there myself before, and yeah, so I can't really share very many details of what is happening. What I can share is that Andrew and I are separated, that everything's changed, and the girls and I are safe. We're adjusting to a new normal, a new routine and everything, and God placed so many guardian angels in our lives. It's the one thing that I've just been in awe of this whole entire time, is just the goodness of the Lord and the support we have surrounding us that without it, I don't know, like, I don't know what we would have done. And so I just really appreciate everyone that has stepped forward and helped us out and blessed us in any way, with a prayer, with a meal, anything at all. I'm just really grateful for that. So that is basically, in a nutshell, what is happening over here. As you can imagine, it's a lot. It's very heavy. It's very heartbreaking. It's something that I never, ever in a million years could ever see coming. No marriage is perfect. Andrew and I for sure have had our fair share of troubles that we've worked through, but this was a very abrupt, sudden thing that is going to take a long time to heal from. And I'm really trying hard to not get too emotional, you guys. I've cried so much. I've cried so much, and I just, it's just a lot. It's scary. The future is very uncertain. Like I said, it was all very sudden, and so I feel like I haven't even had time to like even process everything, because it just, we were like thrown into a tsunami, and just trying to prioritize mainly the girls and shielding from as much of this as possible, protecting them. That's been my top of mind, main priority thing. Figuring out how to run the household, how to manage my time, how to make sure I'm taking care of myself, which is now like extremely crucial because I need to be strong for my children. And just trying to just take it one day at a time. That's been my mantra, is just one day at a time, one day at a time, one day at a time. That's what I keep telling myself. Just stay present. Don't worry too much about the future. Know that I can trust God's plan. I've felt the presence of the Lord very strongly throughout this. I've prayed for him to stay close, and he has. And that always makes me really emotional, because he's so good, even despite all of the things that have transpired. Feeling the love of God and being, just feeling him so close. It's just overwhelming in the best way. Just feeling his love and just seeing his hand in all of this has just been, my faith was strong, but it is stronger than ever because of all of this. And so anyways, I wanted to start there because I felt like I needed to. I know everything was very sudden. The announcement to the community was sudden. Obviously work has kind of been delayed, and all of our plans have sort of been jumbled up, and we're having to make changes and pivot in certain areas to get back on track with things and focus on moving forward. I met with the team actually a little bit ago, and we talked about our ongoing projects and what we're gonna have to leave behind so that we can move forward and get back on track. We have a lot of amazing products we want to get out into the shop and to you guys. And so in order for us to do that, we've had to just make some decisions and pivot where we need to pivot and all of that. And so I'm focusing really hard on getting back on track with work and everything too, and getting the girls and I into a really good, routine with me working and homeschool and all of that, and me now being the one that's in charge of everything, finances, appointments, meal planning, chores, like everything. So that's also been an adjustment, but I am feeling strong, and I can tell you guys that I feel strong, and I know that I'm gonna be okay, and I know my girls are gonna be okay. And I don't know what the future holds, but I trust God's plan for all of this, and that's sort of where I'm at. So anyways, wanted to start there. I kind of have to rush through this video a little bit because I have to actually go pick up my girls from co-op in a little bit. So yeah, let's go ahead and start the plan with me. But just bear with me. I mentioned this in my new release video too. Bear with me as I find my footing here and get back on track with work stuff. And it feels good to be working. I want to work. It feels good to have a creative outlet and to just be a part of the community and all of that. It's a good thing to take my mind off of things, and I love what I do, so it's just a good thing. So I want to get back into it, find a new rhythm, but it's just gonna take time to catch back up, get into a groove with things, and all of that. So my planner is more important than ever because I need to make sure I am on top of things, more so than ever. So like I said, all the appointments, all the things, I need to make sure that I am always in the loop on everything and that I have things written down. And so digital planning more than ever is super crucial for me. So I need to get that done. I don't know that I'm going to set up my monthly dashboard because honestly, it sounds very overwhelming to me right now. I don't think I'm in a place where I can like rate areas of my life because everything feels awful right now. I mean, there's plenty to be grateful for, don't get me wrong. Like there is, I preach this all the time to myself, to my girls, like everyone I know, like no matter what you're going through, there's always something to be grateful for. And I try to focus my heart on gratitude as much as possible, and find all of those little glimmers of joy that this beautiful life offers us, because there is so much. If you look for it, there's so much. So yeah, I don't know that I'll fill up my dashboard. My January dashboard did not get done. It was set up, but it was not done because this all kind of went down mid-month. And yeah, so I just for today want to set up my monthly and go from there. So I'm going to be using kit 2, which is Love and Linen. I'm going to start with the essential sticker book, and then I'll go in and pull in some deco and things, but this is where I'm going to start. So I'm going to open this in a new window, and oh my gosh, I'm still figuring out, you guys, this like split screen situation. So I thought that that would split screen it, but it did not. So I can't say I love this multi-screen thing. I know maybe that's an unpopular opinion. Maybe I don't have enough experience with it, but I'm not a huge fan, if I'm being totally honest, but that's okay. So I also want to actually go out here and pull up the deco, because I think I'm going to use deco dots. I really love deco dots. So let's go ahead and start there. We're going to just start by putting in the deco dots. And yeah, so I'm just going to copy and paste these in. And I might have to pause filming, go get my kids, and then start up again here in a little bit, but we'll see how much I'm able to get done. So I like to just pull these all over and resize them all at once. That way they're all roughly the same size. You guys have seen me do this a million times. And then I just kind of put them where I want them, like high level, and then I'll zoom in and just tweak it a little bit to get them exactly where I want them to go. But I think I'm going to actually set this up much like, it's not wanting to lasso, much like my January. Once I find something I like, I tend to just stick with it, which helps me because, you know, decision fatigue is not my friend. I struggle with that quite a bit. I like to, like meal planning, I'm trying to keep as simple as I possibly can. I'm trying to just really stick to basics like tacos and spaghetti and homemade pizza. I'm not trying to be fancy like at all, because I don't have the brain capacity for that right now. And I'm also trying to cut back our grocery bill. I've done a lot of different things to lower our expenses because we no longer have income from Andrew. It's all just me. So I refinanced our car. Not an ideal situation, I know, but I feel like that was necessary because our payment was really large and I needed to get our monthly expenses down. So that's one thing that I did, is I refinanced our car. The interest rate did go down, and I do hope to be in a position again in the future where I can put extra towards the van. But right now I'm not worried about paying it off. I just needed my monthly income to get freed up, and so that is that. And then yeah, just trying to get groceries down. It does help to have one less mouth to feed for sure. And like I said, I'm trying to just really stick to basic things, you know, eggs for breakfast and oatmeal, and for lunch just doing like peanut butter jellies and little snack plates and just things like that. So just trying to simplify. With our chores, I am gonna do just 2 main chore days a week, where Wednesday the girls and I tackle the downstairs together, and on Saturday we tackle the upstairs together, and we each have our list of things we do. Like for example, Maddie is in charge of cleaning toilets, I'm in charge of cleaning sinks and mirrors, Julia is in charge of cleaning cabinets. So we all have our individual jobs that we do, and we put on some music and we just tackle it as a team. And Maddie is 11 and she's able to, you know, make her own lunch, and she's able to make breakfast for her and the girls, or her and Jules. So That is really helpful too. And what I've started doing is I've started trying to just work early in the morning until lunchtime. So they have a nice long list of things that they work on while I'm working. So I work from like 6:30 to 12:30 is sort of my goal. I get up at 5, I walk the dogs, and then I'm gonna move this to my locked layer. And then I just start working right away. And I work until lunchtime, and then at lunchtime we eat lunch together and we do school. And then we do like the dinner, extracurricular activities, all that kind of stuff after school's done. So that's kind of what we've been doing. And I would say so far it's been working out pretty well. If I have to make adjustments, I will, but so far I feel like it's been pretty okay. So I'm gonna use this washi right here. And then I'm gonna grab a little script here. We are officially in February, which is pretty crazy. I will say 2026 is not starting off great, but it'll be okay, you know, it'll be okay. So let's see, I'm just looking at my previous spread here just to get some inspiration and stuff. Oh, I did want to see, hopefully I didn't take out my inserts, did I? No, okay. Because I'm kind of thinking I want to put some inserts in. I really liked how that turned out. Do I want to use hearts? No, I don't think I want to use hearts. Maybe I want to use the like love. So I'm going to change the opacity down quite a bit on that. And I like how that looks. So then I'm just going to duplicate this and pull this over here. And I'm just going to see, yeah, I don't think that looks too busy. I like the way that looks actually. So now I'm gonna just arrange, or not arrange, I'm going to move this to my locked layer, move that to my locked layer, and then I'm going to get my rings here and just plop those right on top and move those to my locked layer as well. So that way my rings are on top of the insert. Okay, cool. So then, let's see, I'm gonna put this in my locked layer. And then what about tabs? Do I have tabs in here? Advent tabs, ringed. I don't think I do. So I'll have to download those from, yeah, I'm gonna have to download those from Dropbox and throw those on here in a little bit. And then for my icons for my notebooks, so I'm going to be doing like digital cash envelopes. I have to be very, very careful with our budget, just in terms of like spending and keeping track of exactly what we're spending and all of that kind of stuff. So I want to, let's see, I did set up like this payday right here, as you can see. I didn't put any of my income information in, but you can see how I've kind of set this up. So this is gonna be like my budget. So I'm gonna have my budget over here. I used a portrait budget plan, and then I have my envelopes here, which are mainly groceries, household, and dining out. So I'm just kind of keeping track of everything that way. And yeah, so I'm going to use this first one here for my budget, and I think I'm gonna do just a calculator for that, and then I'll just duplicate that page, and because I get 2 paydays a month unless it's a 3 paycheck month, so I'm just gonna like just duplicate that and have my budget back to back and just kind of keep it simple that way. Okay, so that looks good. And then I do want to track my steps. My Apple Watch will not charge, so I don't know what's going on with that. It seems to be completely dead. So I don't know what I'm gonna do to track my steps. I might just get like a really cheap step tracker or something, because I would like to track that. And then I do want to also track my weight as well. I've actually lost quite a bit of weight these past few weeks because I haven't been eating, which is not something I'm bragging about. It's not good. I've just been under a lot of stress, and so the last thing I've wanted to do really is eat lately, but I need to be better about that and make sure I'm taking care of myself and everything. So that's what I'm gonna do there. Now I'm actually debating though. I think I'm gonna go to my locked layer again, and I'm gonna actually, I don't like that black outline, so I'm gonna make these a little bit bigger, and just to cover up the whole, oops, the whole circle. Just like this. And then we'll adjust this one as well. Actually, I should put my background on the background layer. So I'm actually going to, because it's like moving around on me, I'm going to put this up here, and I'm going to move to layer background, and that kind of helps when I need to move stuff and I've got an insert. I think that helps. So I'm gonna just move layer to background. Okay, so that is that. So I need to set up my steps and weight still, but I will do that here in a little bit. I at least have my budget going, and that's good. So now let's go ahead and grab, make sure I'm in my editing layer. I'm gonna turn off handwriting, and I'm going to move all these date dots to, I'm gonna move that to background because I don't see myself needing to move those. Okay, and then let's start putting in some stuff. So I'm just going to get my simple icons here, and we're gonna do, let's see, we need a tooth. We need, let's see, tax appointment. Oh, you know, one thing that's extremely important is I need to make sure I'm taking trash out. I keep forgetting to do that. Okay, I need church. My Bible study group I did cancel. I do want to find another group to join, but one where I'm not hosting, because right now hosting just feels like way too much for me. But I know how important it is to be in community and everything, so I want to, let's see, we got new releases, so I want to make sure that that I'm finding another group to join. I'm gonna do this for a tax appointment, and then park meetup. I don't know when we're meeting with Andrew again, but I'll just have that ready to go just to kind of document as well. And then we need the tooth for ortho and for dentist. I actually have to go get a temporary crown put on and then a permanent crown later, so I have to do that. And then we got new releases, we have church, we need piano, so I need the little music icon, and then I might do the little schoolhouse for co-op because I think that's cute. So I think those are all of the icons. So then I'm gonna go to labels, and I like to use like a little pattern label for co-op. So I think I'm gonna go with this one here. And we'll arrange, bring to front, and we'll put our little co-op label together. I like to create all the labels and then I'll go in and I'll duplicate them and everything. So this is co-op, and maybe I need to make this a little bit smaller. Yeah, and we'll just kind of put that there. Okay, and then do I even kind of liked how that looked like in this month where it's just the text, so I might actually not use this icon and kind of keep it even a little cleaner and just put co-op here. And then I'm just going to group that. So then that label is made. And then I will go in and do piano. I'm gonna use this one. Oops. So I'll just make a little piano label. And we'll arrange. Definitely gonna have to finish this later. My goal is to have this go up on Wednesday as a midweek video. I planned on getting it done sooner, but you know, right now it's just, things are just very in flux, and I kind of have to be okay with needing to, you know, have things not go as planned. So, because that's just the way it's gonna be here for a while probably. So that's good, and then I'm gonna group that. So that's that, and then I'm gonna do the little side flags for paydays to mark those. I'm gonna use this one, and oh yeah, I forgot about this. For some reason my eraser's not working. I don't know why, but my eraser will not work. If anyone knows why that's happening, let me know. But my eraser is not picking up handwriting, which is kind of weird. So, but I can just lasso and erase it that way. So, yeah, so I'm gonna put payday in. And go over here, copy this. Oops, see, I just don't, I'm not a fan of the multi-screen. I really don't like it. Ungroup and resize. We'll just do this like this. You guys can probably hear the very loud jet. I'm paid on the 6th, and then I'm also paid on the 20th. So I just got to make sure I make note of that. Okay, and then let's see here, and then I'm gonna use a brush stroke label for church as per usual. See, like I always accidentally make this smaller. I don't know, you guys. Maybe there's something I'm missing and I haven't played around with it enough, but I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay, so let's do the darker one for church. I really like this little like squiggly one, and then we're going to arrange, bring to front, and do that. And then I'm going to copy the text. This is why I love having the text or the months back to back. Just really helpful. Okay, and then I'm going to kind of have this off to the side. How did I do it in this one? Did I use... Oh, I used a different label. Okay, that's fine. So we'll do this a little different. I actually can squish this a little bit, and I think that'll look better if I squish it. All right, I think that's good. And then I'm gonna just group that. So then that's all set. For new releases, I'm actually gonna use the mixed script for P2P new release. And I'm gonna pair that with the little sticker icon. So I'm gonna pull that on over and just have this like kind of off to the side here, like that. And then resize that together and put that up in the corner. So we're gonna have new releases on the 14th and on the 28th. So they're a little delayed for February. Hopefully March will be all like, we'll be back on track by March. That's kind of my goal. So I got new releases in, and I'm gonna take my lasso and delete that and delete this. I can delete all of these because I've put those in. Okay, and then we have challenge week, which I'm super excited for. I think I have a good idea of what I want to do for challenge week. So I like the theme and everything. So I'm excited about that. And then we're gonna resize this and put this here, put this there, and then I think I'm gonna ungroup and I'm gonna make this a little bit more okay. All right, ortho. So let's see. I can go ahead and start duplicating these. I have to leave in 5 minutes. It's okay. I can get the girls, usually when they get home from co-op, we just like get a snack and they like chill for a little bit because, you know, they've been busy at co-op, and Maddie has piano and stuff, so we just kind of do snack and relax, and then Maddie will do a little bit of piano practice, and then we head to her lesson and stuff. So I should be able to like finish filming this when they're just like relaxing and stuff. So I want to try to make these other labels though real quick. So I'm gonna go to label, and I'm gonna do, I think for ortho, I'm gonna do one of these little dashed labels. So ortho and dentist. For ortho, my oldest, Maddie, she has chains on her canines to pull them down. She had to get her baby canines extracted because they weren't coming out. And then she, let's see, I'm just gonna copy this. And then she has an expander. And so one of the strings that was connecting her chain to her expander broke, and so we had to go in and get that fixed for her. Poor girl is she has a lot that she has to get done, but she will. I told her, I was like, it'll be worth it. Like, you already have such a beautiful smile, and this is gonna make it even more beautiful, and your teeth will all be straight, and it'll be good, it'll be worth it. But yeah, it's been a lot for her. It's been a lot, but, and she still has a long way to go, but she's been a trooper. She's been doing really well, so we got ortho in, I was like midday, and then I'm gonna duplicate this, and I have my dentist appointment coming up here. So I'm going to delete all of that, and then we're gonna put, oh wait, what time was my dentist appointment? 10:30, right? I think, yeah, 10:30. So delete, and then I'm gonna move this down, and then we'll just put dentist, and I'll know that it's for me. Dentist at 10:30 a.m. And we'll just move this over slightly and move this over. Okay, so that is in. And then for park meetup, I'm just gonna do like a little circle label, I think. And we'll just do it that way, I think, unless, actually, just with the icon, the shape of the icon, I might do just another pattern label like this, and just do this one. And then we're gonna arrange, bring to front. And I'm just gonna put park date with Andrew. Let's see if I can get this like squished in a little bit. Okay. All right, so that's in. And this is where I'm gonna leave off. So I am gonna go pick up my kids, and then I will film the rest of all of this when I get back here in just a little bit. Okay, I am back from picking the girls up, so let's finish out this plan with me. So we are gonna do a grandpa day. My stepdad's been really helpful with the girls, just taking them out to do fun things so that I can get a little bit of extra work hours in, which has been really nice. He's taken them fishing and exploring, so they've been having a blast with that, which has been really fun. So I want to go ahead and maybe use one of these for Grandpa Day. And I think on this day they're gonna go to a soccer game and maybe go fishing, go magnet fishing. So that'll be fun. So let's see if I can find maybe an icon for that. You might hear my oldest practicing piano because she has a lesson today, so she's just practicing downstairs while I finish this out. But let's see, so what would be a good icon to use? Maybe even just like a heart. Yeah, we'll just do like a little heart, I think. So I'm just gonna bring this over. I might even be able to find like some deco. Actually, maybe I'll just look real quick and see if there's some cute deco I could use that would work. Like a little heart or something, or even just like one of these cute little bows. I think that would be fun. Let's see. Let's pull one of these over and we can just decorate. Like I could even just put this in the middle here. We make it a little smaller. And then we can do duplicate and do Grandpa Day and center that. Maybe even do like a different font for this one. Grandpa Day, and let's see. Let's see. Maybe that's a fun one. Okay, so let's do that. And then I'm just going to arrange, bring to front, and maybe we will put this off to the side. Yeah, I think that works. Okay, so we've got that in, and then we have challenge week, which for that, I'm just going to use, I'm gonna go to my labels and go to my solid labels here. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and just use this light color. I've been really gravitating towards this one. It's kind of a softer color. So I'm just going to kind of put this in like that. And then I'm gonna duplicate that and bring that over here. And that there, and then I'm just gonna get one of my little like arrows here. Maybe do this one. And I'm gonna delete that, and then we'll put, let's see, duplicate that, bring that down here. And I'm gonna put challenge week. All right, so that is in, and then I just have the tax appointment, and I think for that I'm gonna use one of these like flags. So that's at 3 p.m. Oops, I was a little worried that was gonna delete, but 3 p.m. And I'm just gonna do this one here and make that a little smaller. And then arrange, bring to front. And put this little calculator here. Okay, so then I'm gonna put tax appointment at 3 o'clock p.m. I'm sorry, I got the sniffles all of a sudden. I don't know how that happened, but we're just gonna put that in. So tax appointment, and then that's gonna take care of all of the appointments. And yeah, so I do need to go ahead and actually I need to like duplicate all of these and put these in. So I'll do that real quick. I'll put duplicate and duplicate. Oop. This is gonna be interesting actually, because I just realized I'm gonna have to like, yeah, I might have to see if Maddie's piano teacher can see her like a little later on this day, or if we can go a different day, because that's a pretty packed day right there. So there's that, and then we also need to put piano on Thursdays. So there we go again with this moving. I swear yeah, okay. So I'm just going to duplicate piano, put that in, duplicate, and, oop, not delete, didn't mean to do that. Put that. Okay, so that is all set and ready to go. And then I think all I have to do now is just some deco. So let's see. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to actually open a new window and maybe close this out. I'm telling you. Okay, move this. See, and then like this whole like flick it off to the side thing. I don't know. Is this just me, or is anyone else struggling with this? Like, how do I get it? I want it to go over here. How do I move it over here? Okay, now it's over there. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys. I don't think that this is like easy to use at all. So I'm just gonna whine about it for a minute because I just don't really like this setup at all. I much preferred the old way of doing it, and I don't see the benefit of this, but that might just be me. I don't know. Okay, so for deco, I know I love this little tree branch, so I want to bring this over for sure. And maybe the only thing is, where do I want to put it is the thing. Maybe, oh my gosh, maybe like right here, kind of at the top here. I think that's cute. And then let's see, I love this little puppy. We can just kind of put him down here. Wonder actually if I should go back into my essentials and maybe go to functional. And I'm kind of thinking I want to put like a little to-do list in here. So I might do this one here and put just a little to-do list. I think I'm gonna do that just because I'm not using my dashboard, but there are things like monthly tasks that I want to get done. So I think that would be good. And then I'm gonna use some tape from the scrapbook section. So I'll put a couple frames right here and then some tape, and then I can do my like little to-do list. And then I don't know, I've been kind of wanting to do like less busy spreads lately, so I don't know how much deco I want to pull in, even though like so much of it is so cute. I really like this little car. Maybe we'll put this car in because I feel like something's needed like right here. I could even like crop this on the side like this, and then kind of put this like here, coming out of the side. And this puppy, I think I'm gonna crop the bottom to make it more of like a straight edge. and put this right here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and open up my scrapbook, and I'm going to, well, and actually I could just do this over here, huh? I didn't really think about that. I'll just kind of flip-flop between the tabs and stuff. So I want some tape and some torn paper. So I think I'm gonna do these little teddy bears for my tape. And just put a little bit of tape on the top here, kind of centered there. And then I'm going to go over here and find some torn paper that I want to use. So I like this one. I just like putting torn paper on the side. And you know what I forgot to do too is I like to do my little, what I did here with the little day headers. And in fact, I feel like I should go to locked and maybe make this a little bit smaller. And I'm probably gonna need to do another screenshot here and then send, or wait, arrange, send to back. Okay, and then I'm gonna go back to editing. I'm already really loving this, and let's go ahead and find a couple frames. So I usually like to pair one of like the standard frames with a square, so I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna just kind of tilt that, and then I'm gonna find, probably do one of the solid colors here, maybe do this one, and kind of have that go like that, so I can put a couple pictures. And then I usually like to put a little bit of deco on this one, so I think I'm gonna do maybe like another little bow. Yeah, I like that. That's cute. Okay. And then I'm gonna go out here. This is actually really nice. I still don't like the split screen, but just going out like and back in, I feel like that works out really nicely. Okay, so then I'm gonna go to scripts, and we're gonna go day of the week, and I'm gonna do these ones because I really just like how they look. Just adds a little something, you know. I'm gonna actually move these to the locked layer so I have less the things that I have to worry about moving. And I think that's a good size actually. So then I'm just gonna, oh, oops. This is Monday right here. And then Sunday is right here. Wednesday, and then I'll have to go in and I'll have to, and I might change out the rings for colored rings, but Friday, Thursday. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go over here and I'm gonna kind of like center that a little bit better above here. And then do this one like that. I think that looks pretty good. And then do the same here. Like that. How does that look? I might need to move these down just a smidgen. Oops. Okay, I like that. All right, so I wanted to add those in, and then I might do colored rings. So those are in the scrapbook, and I may do these ones. And what I like to do for these is I like to kind of make them a little skinnier. And I do that just by squishing them a little bit like this. And then that works. So then I can duplicate and have these just run down here. And then I can copy that and then paste and put these down here. I just like the little extra touch those colored rings bring to it. So that is that. I think that's all the deco I'm gonna do for now. I'm gonna close this out. And then I just need to import the tabs. So I'm going to go to my Dropbox real quick. And I'm going to, just to show you guys sort of the process. Sorry, the screen's like really bright all of a sudden. Hopefully that wasn't like that the whole time. Oh gosh, I hope it wasn't like that the whole time. Why does it look so bright? I don't know if that's gonna like fix, but hopefully it's not. I don't know. When I edit it, I'll try to tweak it a little bit. Import file, and then I'm gonna go to my desktop, and I'm gonna go to Planner tabs, Noteful files, and then I'm gonna go to Ringed Open, and it's gonna open that up. And then I'm going to, I think, do multicolor. I always gravitate towards multicolor, and I'm gonna ungroup and then just kind of see. I think those look good. Most of the time I feel like they place them where you want them, which is great. So I think that's it, you guys. I'm just gonna go ahead and put actually my tabs on my background layer as well. Move to layer background, and I think that is going to be it. So I can put a couple pictures, I can put my to-do list, I have my budget going, I need to do my steps. I can even show you guys that real quick. So I'm gonna just take a screenshot, add, and I'm gonna cover this up, this little title up here, and I'm gonna move that to my background. I'm gonna go to editing layer, and then I'm going to find my health and fitness, which hopefully, I don't know if I took those out of here or not. I don't think I did. Home management, health and wellness, okay. So then I need to find my steps tracker, which I don't know which one it is. These are so little. I need to label this at some point. I think it's this one. Yes. Wow. I got, oh no, that's sleep tracker. Nope. Steps tracker, pain. I think, nope, it's still sleep. Sorry guys, bear with me for a minute. Steps right here, I think. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna do our steps. So I'm gonna put that here. That way I can kind of track my steps for each day. I do need to get figure out what's going on with my Apple Watch, or get like a really cheap something to track my steps. And then I'm gonna do my weight tracker as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a screenshot, add that in, cover up this title here, move that to my background layer or locked, either one. And then I'm going to go to my weight tracker, which is gonna be this one, I believe. It's like a plot graph, which I think is really fun to be able to see trends and stuff. So that's what we're going to do to track that. And then I'm going to move that to my locked layer. And now I have all my stuff in here. So I have, I might actually move this to January, and then this would be my February 6th paycheck. But yeah, I probably should have put this under January. But yeah, and then what I can do too is I can go ahead and, let's see, did I put this in locked? I think I think I did. Copy. And then I can come over here, paste, and I can put my little icons in. And then that way everything is labeled. I don't really care about the tabs and stuff on these pages. I kind of keep them pretty plain, but I do like using the icons just to like have that little reminder of what's where and all that. And then like I said, I don't think I'm gonna do my dashboard. Let me go back to editing. This is the dashboard, and I'm not sure that mentally I'm like wanting to do all this right now. I think right now I'm just really focused on getting on track with work and getting into a good routine with the kids and just feeling more in control of my life, which you would think that this would help, but I think if I do this, it's gonna put too much pressure on things. And like I said, my January, I didn't even hardly get done really at all. I didn't find myself going to this page. I do wanna do it because I think it will be very helpful. But like the rating areas and stuff, like everything's just kind of, I think my faith is the strongest, and then a lot of other stuff is not great. So my focus of the month is to survive. That's my focus of the month, is just to survive and to like, yeah, just get in it, feel just more on top of things, and like I have some semblance of control over my life in some way, which the only thing I can control is myself. And I think that getting myself into a good routine, a good rhythm, doing, you know, healthy habits and that sort of stuff is what's going to help me the most. So I don't know, maybe I'll come back to this and set it up. If I do, I will certainly share that with you guys. But I do feel so good that my monthly is all set up and ready to go. So here it is. I love it. I think it turned out so cute. I was super excited to use this kit because it is Valentine's Day-ish, but it's not like super Valentine's Day, you know, if you know what I mean. I don't know. I just love the colors too. I love the neutral colors and all of that. It's just very, very cute. So that's my monthly plan with me, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it and that you were able to plan along with me. If you do have your February monthly ready and you feel comfortable sharing, definitely share in our Facebook community. I think we all get a lot of inspiration from one another when we see that. And I know a few of you have shared your monthly spreads already, and I get inspired seeing that. I love seeing your creativity and everything. So yeah, that's that. So pretty exciting. I feel good just having this. Honestly, I really do. Just being able to look at this and be like, okay, this is what's happening for the month and this is what is going on. And you know, right now I just really am focused on taking things one day at a time and just soaking in my time with my girls and you know, just yeah, just trying to find some sort of new normal with everything. So anyways, that is it though. Again, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, it helps me out so much to give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. Be sure to subscribe if you want to follow along. I'm embarking on a brand new journey here, so I would love your support and for you to just kind of come alongside me throughout this journey. Again, this is something that I never in a million years could have predicted, and that just goes to show you, like, you just never know what the future holds. And so I've always had this mindset of like seize every day and like soak it in, and life can change in an instant, and ours did. And I think of the things that I took for granted and the things that, like, I don't know, just all of that, and it just puts a lot into perspective, you know, and I'm grateful for that. my priorities, I feel like, are much clearer, and I'm grateful for that too. So every day is a blessing. Even when life is hard, every day is a blessing, because even through the hard stuff, the book of James talks about this. It's consider it joy when you face your trials and tribulations, because that's where growth happens. That's how you get stronger, and you gain wisdom, and you grow in your relationship with the Lord. And I can definitely say that all of that is true with this. And though it feels very hard and heavy and painful, I also have that sense of unexplainable peace that could only come from God. So yeah, just my little soapbox moment to encourage you. If your heart needed that, I felt the Lord pressing on my heart to say that. And just know you're not alone. And yeah, you've got this. So anyways, that's it, guys. I hope you're having a great week. I will see you in the next one. I am going to be working hard at getting back active here and stuff, so just bear with me, and as I'm making progress with things, I'll definitely keep you guys updated. But that's it for this one, so I will see you all in the next one. Take care. Bye.